Okay. Okay, let's start again. My name is Sarah Price. I am a Senior Ruby Ambassador with Plexus, and I'm just really thankful that you guys are all here, that you're taking time out of your evening to invest in your business, and I pray that this is very helpful to you. So just want to say welcome. Just again, thank you guys for being here, and I wanted to just start out. Does it look okay for you guys? I just got a weird message. I can't see anyone's face. Okay, well, if it's not, let me know. So I wanted to start off real quick talking a little bit about just kind of the position that we are all in with Plexus. So Plexus is definitely still considered a ground floor opportunity. I think at convention this last year, there were 450,000 ambassadors, which is a really, really low number. And a lot of those are wholesale. You know, they're people who aren't necessarily working the business. A lot of those are. And so this is just a great, great, great time to be involved in this company because our compensation plan is incredible, better than any other you will find out there. And our products are amazing. So that's why we're all here. This top little map here, this isn't super current, but it's the number of jewels in each state. And guys, there aren't even jewels in all 50 states. That is crazy. And what really excites me is the fact that there's only 3 in California. And as far as I know, that number is still current. And that's insane. I think about how many people are in California, and there are only 3 jewels in the entire state. So what that means, you know, for all of us who are in California, which I know a handful of us are, I mean, we are positioned just so well. So definitely something to be excited about. Also, just want to highlight the average monthly income of each rank here. I feel like that is really exciting too. You know, this is a business that we get to work in our spare time, and we get to work it the way we want. And I mean, there's huge potential for income. Hang on just a second. I'm so sorry, guys. Poor mother-in-law. Okay, that's the last I'm going to deal with that. Anyway, so just something super excited or super exciting. Yeah, I just want you guys to get a taste and a feel for the opportunity that is right here in front of us. So we're going to start with a few common terms that you are going to hear a lot. You may already know all of these, and you may not. So hopefully I will shed some light on some things for you. Back office. So you're going to be using back office a ton. This is basically where you log in and you see all the information about you know, your team and your PV, and actually I'm going to take you through that in a few minutes. So it's sort of the hub of your business. You're going to kind of filter everything you do behind the scenes through your back office. You'll also hear the term PV a lot. That stands for personal volume. So each of our products has obviously has a dollar amount, but it also has a PV amount assigned to it, which is close to the dollar amount, but it's not exactly the same. And the reason that PV is important is because this is how our commissions are calculated. So your PV is not exactly representative of your dollar sales, but it's close. And then the next thing we're going to talk about is your backup order or auto qualification. They're used interchangeably. Most of the time you'll hear the phrase backup order, but just in case someone says like AQ, that means your auto qualification, which is your backup order. So this is your monthly order. You had to set it up in the sign up process. And typically people will set that to whatever products they use every month. So if you're using Triplex and X Factor, it's simple just to set your backup order for Triplex and X Factor. That is, you can set that to run conditionally or unconditionally. If you set it for conditional, that means if you aren't commission qualified, which is 100 PV, you'll see this at the bottom, skipping ahead a little bit, which is 100 PV a month. That's the minimum amount of PV you need to have a month to be qualified for commissions. So if you have your backup order set to conditional, that means it will not run if you had 100 PV processed through your website already. You can also have it set to unconditional, which is what I do because I just always want my products no matter what. And that means it'll run whether you have 100 PV or 500 PV. It's going to run no matter what. And again, I'm going to take you through back office kind of quickly and show you guys what that looks like. And then you also hear the term upline, which is basically your direct upline is your sponsor. Whoever you signed up under is your direct upline. But you also have kind of a chain of uplines. So, you know, you have your direct sponsor, but then they also have a direct sponsor, and they have a direct sponsor, and they have a direct sponsor. So your upline just refers to anyone who is kind of signed up ahead of you in that chain. Okay, so let's really quickly go and log into back office. I'm gonna use my husband's back office. So the website's backoffice.plexusworldwide.com. You have a username that you set up in the sign-up process and your password. Hopefully you guys have already done this, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this. I also have a video that goes into a little more detail. So if anyone wants me to post that video or to send you that video, why don't you just say so in the chat, and then I can make sure and get that to you. I don't want to spend a ton of time on this. Okay, so first thing we're going to look at is this qualifications box. This is the main source of info. This is what you're going to be looking at most often. This is going to show your current rank. It's going to show your PV, your current PV. This AWH button is AWH stands for annual web hosting, and that's your $34.95 yearly membership fee. If this is green, that means you're all paid up and good to go. If it's red, that means that your yearly fee is due, and you need to take care of that before you'll be active. And then you have your backup order button. If this is green, again, you're all good to go. If this is red, that means your backup order is turned off. And you know what? I'm not sure if it's red, if it's less than 100 PV. I don't know that for sure. But if it's red, that means it needs some attention. You'll also see your points. So, and we'll get into comp plan at the very end. So this will make a lot more sense after that. But it basically shows how many points you have in your organization. And then one thing you're going to pay attention to as you promote up is how many points you have outside of your primary leg. Your primary leg is basically your strongest or your biggest leg. And in order to promote out, each rank up has a certain amount of points that you need total overall. So these are the points in your entire team, and then these are the points that are outside of that primary leg. So these are, say you have one really strong leg, but you also have a couple more level ones who maybe have a couple under them. Those are going to be your outside points. It also shows you your personal active enrollments, which is your level ones. You can click on that and it'll pop up a list. You can click up here, sponsor info. That shows you who your upline is. You also have order history. That's going to show you your order number, what the PV was, the date, and tracking if it's shipped. If there's no tracking number, that means it hasn't shipped. Occasionally you'll get an order even though no tracking shows up, but oops, sorry, didn't mean to put that. But that's not the norm. Okay, so very, very quickly, I'm going to go just kind of show you how to deal with your backup order and place an order. So you're going to go to shopping, backup orders. If you wanted to edit or change anything about your backup order. So this is going to show you kind of just the overview of your backup order. And if you wanted to change that, you're going to click edit. And you can change so at the very top here, you can change it from conditional to unconditional. You can also change the day of the month that it runs. And I would recommend not removing all of the items in your cart. If you want to take something out or like completely change it, add what you want to add first and then take away what you want to take away. It just seems to work a little bit better that way. So I'm not going to go through all that. If you did want to edit anything, you do continue shopping and then you kind of scroll through your products and find what you want and then edit it that way. And then, but you want to make sure to click update backup order. When you're all done changing whatever you want to change, you need to update the backup order. And then a little window will pop up saying, are you sure you want to edit this? And you say yes. You can also search here for products if you don't want to go through kind of the hassle of scrolling through everything. If you just type it in there, it's a super easy way to add products. Let's see. That's all I'm going to do for our sorry. For this now. Again, like I said, if you want more information, you can let me know and I can shoot you over a video on that. So, okay, let's get back to our slideshow. All right, so that's all we're going to do on back office. So we're going to talk about why we should share. I know a lot of people do sign up for wholesale. It makes a whole lot of sense to do that. And a lot of people just aren't, they aren't interested in sharing, or, maybe some people think like, oh, maybe I'll just kind of try it out and see how it goes. But I just want to talk to you about why we should share. Here is one thing I have learned. I've learned it the hard way, unfortunately. If you don't share Plexus with someone or with your friends and family, someone else will. Our company is only growing. It's only getting just more widely known, and people are going to be jumping on board left and right. And we, like I said before, we are still in a ground floor situation, and we still have a ton of open market in front of us. So mark my words, if you don't share Plexus with your friends and family, someone else will, and you're going to be kicking yourself because it happened to me. Another reason to share is your goals. Some people have big goals. Some people want to quit their jobs. Some people want to pay off their houses. Some people want to be debt-free, and that's all awesome stuff. And some people just want to get their products covered, and that's great too. When I first signed up, I thought like it would be awesome if I could make $400 a month. Like I would be really happy with that. And that was my goal at first. And then when I reached that goal, I thought like, man, if I could make $1,000 a month, that would be insane, just insane. And when I got to that goal, I, just set another goal. And so big goals are great. Small goals are great. I just think it's important for us to have goals. And And we need to share because, like I was saying before, our products and our compensation plan changes lives. I know it sounds so cheesy and it sounds so cliche, but it's true. I mean, you hear story after story after story of, people's lives just being literally turned around, whether that's because of, health issues or because of the financial freedom they're able to have. Do you guys watch Diamond documentaries? If you don't, you need to. They will come in your email every Thursday. The company does a little video. They're usually about 8 minutes, and they do kind of a spotlight on Diamond, a different Diamond in the company each week. And those are just so encouraging and so inspiring. And I know it's tough. It's tough to feel like, I don't want to sell things. I don't want to come off like I'm selling something, and I don't want my friends and family to think that I just want to sell them something. And guys, it's time to shift your thinking, because we're not selling anything. We're not selling anything at all. I mean, if you're selling, you're not going to be successful in this business, and that's just the truth. We are sharing products that can potentially change people's lives. And I feel like if we have something that we know might make an incredible difference for someone, I mean, we have to share that with them. And so I just think that it's so important to build belief in our products and our company and in yourself too. It does feel awkward at first. It can definitely feel awkward talking to people about Plexus and posting about it and, sending people messages about it. But the more you do it, the more comfortable it is. And I promise it will not feel that way forever. But I just think it's definitely a shift in your thinking, and you have to decide that you're not selling. You know your heart, and and your friends and your family know your heart. And if you're genuine and if you're honest, then you're good to go. You're not going to be coming off as selling and just wanting someone to buy stuff from you. And that's just not how it works. So let's see. Hang on, guys, I'm stuck. I'll make sure I didn't skip anything. Okay. So now that we've talked about why we should share, let's talk about where you start. So when you guys ordered your welcome pack, it came with a success kit. Looks like this. Guys, this thing is gold. They did not have these when I signed up, and I wish that they did. So glad that I was able to get one after the fact, though. But if you haven't poked around in here, you need to open it up after this call is over and look at all this awesome stuff in here. There's a really cool quick start guide. It's probably hard to see because of the lighting on the camera, but this is really great. It just kind of walks you through, I think it's 10 different steps, and it's going to kind of give you an overview of what's in your success kit. But this is going to be your reading material if you haven't already read through it. Let's get you started. It's just super practical. It tells you kind of exactly what you need to do, exactly what you need to know. So this is just perfect for when you're starting out. Definitely take some time to look through this if you haven't already, because you will learn a ton just by flipping through it. It's really helpful, really practical. And I know a lot of times when you're first starting out, if you haven't already tried the products, then you feel like, I don't have a story. I don't want to share it with people until I have my own story. And there's so many other stories out there. You don't need to wait until you have your own. You really don't. You can share the story of your sponsor who signed you up. They obviously got into Plexus for a reason, and they're still in it for a reason. And so I would be I guarantee you that your sponsor has a great story. And, you know, use stories of your team members. And if you haven't checked out Plexus Journeys, it's a Facebook page, definitely get added to that. And there's a ton of different testimonies on there too. So that's a great place to start when you feel like, you know, I don't have a story yet. So like I was mentioning before, we're not selling. We don't just want people, you know, to buy stuff from us. A huge, huge, huge part of this business is building relationships. You know, I always say people don't care, not my saying, but people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. If you're building that relationship with someone, then your credibility is just so much more powerful than if, you know, all you're talking to them about is Plexus. And honestly, guys, we do care about our friends and we do care about our family, and we want to know them and just to really know their hearts and know where they're at. And think about building your network too, expanding your network. You know, joining different moms groups or different Bible studies, or even just kind of social organizations, and just really kind of getting out there and meeting new people. Obviously, we all know about posting on Facebook, because that's probably where most of us were introduced to Plexus in the first place. So we all know how powerful that tool is. And I know if there's anyone on here who hasn't made their first post yet, it can be scary. It's definitely scary. I was for sure nervous when I did my first post, and I just felt like, you know, this was something totally new to me and foreign, and but I'm so glad I did. You know, when you think about posting on Facebook, you can think about posting about three things. Product information. So, you know, what makes our products awesome? Why are they, you know, different? Why do they work? And then also about the business opportunity, how great our comp plan is, just how amazing our company is. Our company has so much integrity. We're a debt-free company, which means that, you know, they are afforded a lot of freedom that other companies aren't. And then the most key thing to post about on Facebook is just personal posts about you and about you know, your experiences and your journey and why you got started. But being personal is very, very powerful. People respond to that, and you know, that's why they're friends with you on Facebook. They want to know about you and your life and what you're doing and what you're up to. So just some things to keep in mind when you're thinking about doing different posts on Facebook. There is also actually in your Get Started, Let's Get You Started guide. I'm trying to find what page it is. I think it's toward the back. There's a spot for you to make lists of friends and family. I can't find the page right now. It is in your success kit though. There's a spot for you to make lists of all of your, here we go. Chapter 2, page 14. It's just a little grid, and it's a great spot for you to write down people that you know. And it'll kind of, if you look through your Getting Started guide, it'll kind of walk you through how to make your list. But this is the basis of your business. You're going to keep referring back to this. So when you do make your list, you want to make it exhaustive. Don't just think about people who could use our products or our business. Think about everyone you know. So definitely take a look at that. That is going to carry you a long way for sure. You'll use that for as long as you do Plexus. You'll use that list. Okay, so for those of you who have not posted on Facebook and you're thinking, I don't know what to post, I'm just not sure what to do, here's a couple of ideas. You can post a picture of you and your pink drink, especially if you're feeling like, I don't have a story, you know, I don't know what to say. You don't have to say much, guys. Post a picture of you and your pink drink. You can say, I'm loving my pink drink. I can't remember the last time I had enough energy to get through the day. Cheers to getting healthy from the inside out. Super simple, super short. You can also talk about how you're excited to be doing this, excited to be starting something new. And, say something like, I'm so excited to start my journey to a happier, healthier me. I've been feeling run down and I'm sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. Guys, a lot of people feel sick and tired every day. I can't wait to change my health and help others become the best versions of themselves. Thank you, whoever your sponsor is. You can tag them in your post for introducing me to Plexus. And that's just kind of an introduction. It lets people know what you're doing and a little bit about, what Plexus is all about, and it'll pique some interest. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, nothing fancy, just simple. We also talk a lot about your why. So your why is why you got started in this business. And this is something that can, change over time. Maybe your why when you start out, 2 years down the road isn't the same why. I know my why has definitely changed. But it's, why are you doing this? Is it for health? Is it for financial reasons? When I first signed up, I heard about Plexus from my sister-in-law. She had been seeing some friends of hers post about it on Facebook, and she's kind of a health nut. And so, the products really interested her, and the business really interested her also. She was about to lose some part-time income and needed to replace that. So she took my mom, who is a veteran, multi-level marketer. She did that all growing up and did really well at it, actually. So she took my mom with her to check out the business side, and she checked out the products, and they both thought they were great. And so she told me about it right away and was like, gosh, this is awesome. She knew that I had a lot of digestive issues, and she told me about Probio and BioCleanse and said, I think this might really help you. And at that point, I had tried everything, guys. I had tried medication, I had tried fiber, I had tried peppermint oil capsules, and changing my diet and just everything, and nothing. I even drove like an hour and 10 minutes twice a week, an hour and 10 minutes one way twice a week to get these like energy allergy elimination treatments, which when I say it out loud just sounds ridiculous. But you guys, I was just desperate, all that to say. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna give this a try, and I'm gonna jump into the business because I'd love to make a couple $100 a month. And so that initially was my why. But now that my team has grown and my role is a little bit different, I love helping my team be successful. I love working with members of my team, brainstorming with them and encouraging them and training them. And I definitely would say that my passion now is to help others be successful in this business. So all that to say, think about your why, write it down. It's what you're going to come back to when you're feeling discouraged and things are tough, because things are, I have said before, I feel like it's kind of a roller coaster. Things will be great, and then things will be really hard, and then they'll be great again. And so your why is what's going to keep you going through all of that. It's going to be your motivation. And there's also, of course, it talks about that in your getting started guide as well. It kind of gives you some prompts to help you write that. Okay, let's talk about a few posting tips for posting on Facebook. Like I said before, personal is king. It's definitely the most effective and the most interesting to other people. So always try to have personal posts. It's really great to have educational things as well. A lot of people don't know why gut health is important, or how inflammation affects our body, or why balancing your blood sugar is so important. So finding, scholarly articles that you can post links to really goes a long way in helping, educate your Facebook audience, if you will, about why our products work and why, why they need our products. So I don't know if you guys have heard the term compliance yet. Maybe you've read some corporate emails about compliance, but you will hear it a lot, and it is really important. So basically, compliance, the FDA does not regulate supplements, but they do regulate what we can say about our supplements. And if we don't adhere to their guidelines, then we get, or the company gets in trouble, and it could be really bad. We could potentially be shut down if it comes to that. So their compliance is definitely complicated. I'm not going to lie, and it's gotten more complicated since I've started. But I'm going to give you kind of just some blanket things. So you cannot, and this, I'm talking about public posting on Facebook, we're not allowed to say plexus and any other diagnosable condition. And, so that goes for obvious things like, cancer or diabetes or anxiety or depression, but it also goes for things like pain. We can't say pain, we can say discomfort, but we are not supposed to say plexus and pain in the same post. And also candida is another term that we are not allowed to use with plexus. So you just have to be really careful about what you say, but that doesn't need to stop you, because you don't have to say plexus in your post, and you can think of creative ways to communicate those things without actually saying the diagnosis. So instead of saying depression, you could say the blues, or instead of saying diabetes, you could say allude to the fact of having a hard time controlling blood sugar, stuff like that. Just kind of say what the disease or diagnosis is without actually saying its name. And eventually people are going to know. They're going to know, you can say those things, and you don't have to say plexus, because eventually people are going to know that that you're involved with plexus, and they're going to know where to find you. But definitely do be careful about that. And also, we are allowed to say whatever we want in person, and that includes like a personal message. So if I find a really awesome testimony about someone who struggled with anxiety and found just a lot of relief after starting plexus, I can take that testimony and privately message it to my friend. We can say anything we want when it's just one-on-one, but if it's a public forum, then that's when we have to be really careful about what we say. So that still gives us a lot of freedom to be able to say those things one-on-one. Okay, so you started posting on Facebook, and in the beginning, you guys, you're going to get a lot of interest. And if you kind of handle that interest well, that's going to keep you going. So when you get interest, when you do a post about plexus and someone says, "What is plexus?" or asks you some sort of question about it, all you need to do is just reply to their comment and say, "I'll message you. I'll message you some information." I would never get into posting details on Facebook. It just keeps it simpler, and you're also able to engage in a one-on-one conversation with that person, which is ultimately your goal anyways. It's much more effective to be able to talk to someone one-on-one than to kind of communicate with them through replies to your comments. So definitely just shoot them a quick message. I will send you some info right now. And if you are new, then put your upline on that three-way message. I'm huge on three-way messaging. I think it is the best thing you can do as you're starting out for your business. And as you're trying to grow your team, it's going to be awesome for you to grow your team, you being the upline that gets added to that message. It's just a great way to learn. It's kind of just on-the-job training. So you're going to start that message, and you're just going to tell them, like, hey, Susie, I just wanted to give you some more info on Plexus. I added my upline. She has been doing this a lot longer than me, and she just knows a ton. So, and I want to make sure that we give you the best information possible. And then let your upline do their thing. You can just kind of sit back and watch because your upline is experienced in this. And if you have someone in your upline that's a little bit new, feel free to go one more step up. I mean, we're all in this to help each other, and this is what we do. So never be afraid to add your upline or your upline's upline if you feel like the situation warrants that. Yeah, we're all happy to help. So you start this message, and yeah, just let your upline kind of take the reins, and you'll learn a ton about the way they interact with that potential customer. So you will learn how to replicate that on your own. Because there's definitely is kind of a specific way to do it in order to try and engage them in as much conversation as possible. Just kind of a quick note about that. A lot of times you'll just get people saying, like, how much is it? Is it expensive? Don't ever talk about price right away. It's really important to build value in our product before we talk about price. So you can ask someone, like, what interests you in Plexus? What are your health goals? And I can make some, recommendations for you based on that. And then you can tell them what products would be good for them and why. I think people understanding that is huge. So just don't be too quick to give prices out right off the bat. So after you've done your three-way message, a lot of times people will say, like, okay, I'm going to think about it, or I'm going to, look at your website, and I'll get back to you and let you know. And they don't, because life gets busy and Plexus isn't their number one priority. And that's just what's going to happen. 9 times out of 10, maybe even 9.5 times out of 10, that's what's going to happen. So give them a couple days, and then follow up with them and say, hey, Susie, I know life gets so busy. I just wanted to check back in with you to see, if you had a chance to look at the website and, what you thought. So follow-up is going to be key. You'll hear it said that the fortune in this business is in the follow-up. I wish I remember this statistic. I think I can't think of a better word, so I'm just going to say transactions. Most transactions happen between like the 5th and 12th exposure. So an exposure would be, a Facebook message. So, most of the time it takes multiple interactions with your potential customers and ambassadors to get them to jump on board. So definitely expect that, and make follow-up a huge priority. Okay, so we're going to get into how we get paid and ordering. So there are 2 ways that your customers can purchase, retail or preferred. And this is an option that you're going to be giving, people who are interested in purchasing, because eventually it's going to come down to price. So I always say, when I'm kind of introducing these 2 options, I always tell people, like, you can go retail, which is the most expensive. It's just a one-time order. Or you can go preferred. I always tell all my customers to go preferred because it's cheaper. You don't ever have to worry about logging into order or running out of product. And, it's It's a monthly shipment, but it's super easy to cancel. You just go online and you can edit or cancel at any time. I always tell people the customer interface is the exact same as the ambassador interface. So, you know, I know it well, and I can help you with that if you need to. Because people get, you know, a little bit weary when you talk about a monthly auto ship. So you want to just be sure that you reassure them that it's super easy to cancel and take care of, and that you are more than happy to help them do that. That being said, some people still will go retail, and that's fine. But what you need to know about preferred is when someone orders preferred, you get an extra bonus on that order each time that it goes through your website. So it's really beneficial for them because it's way easier and cheaper, and beneficial for you because you get that extra bonus. So let's talk about really quickly when to go wholesale. If someone is going to order $100 or more a month, then financially it makes sense for them to go wholesale. They will end up saving money in the long run. But guys, I wouldn't be super quick to throw this out there. If you feel like it's going to make the difference of someone ordering or not ordering, then yeah, for sure offer that. But you know, it's not necessarily a great thing to have a team full of wholesale ambassadors, because you know, no one is sharing the products. And so I think it's a great option for people, and a lot of people do it. I think it's a smart option. But you know, just I wouldn't throw it out there for the first option. Just something to think about. Okay, so let's talk about the comp plan. We're going to get into the nitty gritty. Oh wait, hang on, I gotta bring this up. Okay. All right, guys, here we go. Comp plan. So this is very involved, I'll say, but only because we get paid so many different ways. So I'm going to go through these by number. So the first way we get paid is commissions on your sales. So this is where the PV comes into play. Sorry, I'm going to take a drink here. Okay. So the first 100 PV goes back to the company. It goes to pay salaries and keep lights on and all of that fun stuff. So we don't make any commission on the first 100 PV. Once we pass that 100 PV mark, anything from 100 to 499, we get paid 15% on. When you pass that 499 mark, 500 PV and up, you get paid 25% on everything. So it's retroactive back to that 100 PV. So if you end up being like, you know, $40 or $50, or sorry, I'm confusing you guys, 40 or 50 PV from hitting 500, it actually makes sense to order an extra product or two, because you'll end up making more than that product cost you. So just something to keep in mind, that 25% really does make a big difference. 15 to 25 ends up being a pretty big jump. Okay, so that's the first way. And then we also get paid on all of your level ones commission, or all of their PV. So for all of your level ones, on anything 100 PV and up, you get paid 5% on that. That's just your level ones. And then I talked before about preferred customer bonuses. Each product has a different bonus amount attached to it that you get every single month that order processes through your website. So it's not just a one-time bonus for the initial order. Triplex isn't on here because I think this is a little bit older document. But the Triplex preferred bonus is $20 a month. And that's, you know, what most people order. But this really adds up. So this is really an exciting way to get paid. So, but yeah, each product has a different bonus amount attached to it, and those are each month. All of these commissions and preferred bonuses, these are all paid out monthly on the 15th of each month. So then we get to business building bonuses. So here's where we're talking about growing your team and adding team members. So for every person you sign up that buys a welcome pack, depending on which welcome pack they get, whether it's the $99 welcome pack or $199 welcome pack, half of that welcome pack goes back to the company again for lights and salaries and paper and all that good stuff. And the other half of that welcome pack gets divided between you and the 3 sponsors above you. So you will end up making 25% of that welcome pack, and then it kind of tapers off from there. So, you know, again, triplex welcome pack is probably the most popular. So every person you sign up that buys a triplex welcome pack, you're going to get 25 bucks on that. If they buy a double triplex welcome pack, which is an incredible deal, you basically get X Factor for free. You get 50 bucks just right off the bat. And this is paid out the next Friday. So business building bonuses are paid out on Fridays, which is really fun. So we have the potential to get paid 5 times a month, every Friday and on the 15th. So those are really great. So, you know, on your, if you have someone that signs up on your team, that's your level 3, you're going to get a little piece of that welcome pack. So that's really fun. Then we have rank achievement bonuses. So every time you rank up, you're going to get a bonus. Here we go. So when you rank up to silver, which is 3 ambassadors with their backup order turned on, that is a $100 bonus, which will get paid out the next Friday. And then when you go gold, now I'm second guessing myself. I think, shoot guys, I can't remember if this is paid out weekly or monthly. I'm so sorry. I'm blanking. But the important part is you get the money. So when you go gold, it's a $250 bonus. I'm sure someone in chat just told me which one it is. Senior gold's $350, ruby is $500, senior ruby is $750, you guys. That's insane. Just for ranking up. So I don't know if you guys have heard this or not. We have a thing called Fast Start Achievement. So if you reach any of these ranks in your first 30 days, your achievement bonus is doubled. So that's pretty awesome and definitely doable. I've heard of people fast starting gold and fast starting senior gold for sure. So that's crazy. If you fast started gold, that would be $100 for silver and $500 for gold. So that's 600 bucks just for ranking up, which is awesome. Okay, so that's 5 and 6. Let's go. Let's see here. Oh, wrong way. Okay, so if you notice, the achievement bonuses stop at senior ruby because when you hit emerald, you get profit sharing. So a percentage of the company's profits every month goes into this jewel pool, we'll call it. And when you're emerald, you get 3% of that pool. When you're sapphire, you get your 3% plus another 1%. When you go diamond, you get the 3% plus 1% plus another 1%. So that's why you don't get fast rank achievement bonuses anymore, because these are pretty huge. I don't know if you guys noticed in the little picture I had up at the beginning, but the average monthly income from ruby from senior ruby to emerald. So senior ruby I think is like $4,500 a month or $4,200 a month. Emerald is almost almost $10,000 a month. So, I mean, you can see what a huge difference this profit sharing makes. Okay, so also when you go emerald, you get a $500 stipend for your Plexus Lexus. When you reach diamond, that doubles. which is really exciting. So that's the basics of the comp plan. So what happens when you get to diamond? You get to do it all over again. You get to re-enter as like your own ambassador. So if you've heard people say like, oh, I'm diamond gold, that's because they've gotten to the top and they get to re-enter again and work through all the steps again. Celeste Gwen, who is our up line, she is double diamond. And I actually don't even know what happens after double diamond. I mean, it's just way up there. But yeah, I think they had to create that for her because she ranked up so quickly that they had to figure something out. Okay, so that's the comp plan. If you guys have this chart, this is kind of helpful up here. This sort of breaks down what you need to rank up. So it's going to tell you how many points you need in your total organization, and then how many points you need outside of that primary leg, like we were talking about before. And then you need to have a certain number of personally qualified ambassadors. And as you rank up, you get paid on more levels too, which is that ends up making a really big difference in your monthly commissions too. Okay, so we've covered the comp plan. I want to talk to you guys about the power of 3. So your first rank up in Plexus is going silver. That's 3 active ambassadors. And so let's just assume, let's do the math here. Let's assume, okay, you sign up 3 people. Here we go on our, where's my mouse here? Here we go. Okay, so here's you. I don't know if you guys can even see my mouse. I don't know. But here's you in the blue bubble. Here's your 3 level 1s, so you're silver. Good job. Hooray, you're silver. Okay, so what if each one of your ambassadors went silver? So then there's 3 more on your level 2. Okay, so this is going to give you 9 on your level 2 and 3 on your level 1. And I just realized I skipped something on the comp plan. Hang on. This is super important. Where did that go? Oh, here we are. Okay. Okay, so here, let's talk about this super quick before we move on to power of 3. So another way we get paid is through pay points. You'll hear that, pay points. So this little chart here shows you the levels of ambassadors underneath you and how many points each of those ambassadors are worth to you. And these are ambassadors that are active. So all of your level 1s are worth 5 points, 2's worth 5 points, 3's worth 5 points, and then it goes down. So what do these points mean? Okay, so each of these points has a dollar amount assigned to it each month, which varies a little bit depending on the overall volume of the company. A couple of months ago, I think the pay points were like $2.88. They are typically around $3. So when you are silver and you have 3 level 1s, you're going to get paid on each of those people. So if you have 3 ambassadors that are worth 5 points each, that's 15 points. And we'll just say $3 per pay point to make it even. So 15 points times $3 each. So that's $45 in addition to all of this other stuff we've already talked about. Okay, I'm so sorry that I skipped that part. That's super important. Okay, so now let's go on to talk about the power of 3, now that we know what pay points are. All right, so you are silver and your 3 ambassadors have gone silver. So we're going to kind of look down at this chart down here. This chart is going to show you the number of ambassadors, the points per level, and so we're just going to say if your goal was only to get everyone on your team to silver, that's it. Only to silver. Only 3 ambassadors signed up under them. The potential for pay points on underneath you is insane. So say, you know, each of these like we said, each of these points are worth around $3. I am going to pull up the calculator. Hang on. Okay. I don't think I can have this up if I have this full. I don't think I can. All right. Well, we're just going to leave it like this for now. Sorry if it's super tiny. Okay, so yes, our goal is to get all of our ambassadors to silver. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3 levels down. You guys can kind of see how this plays out. This is what we call residual income, and this is what makes network marketing so incredible. All right, so let's go to 3 levels down. We're going to go down to our little chart here, just on the 3rd level. So only 3 levels of ambassadors. Your points would end up being 195 points. So let's do 195 times 3. So that's $585. This is only on 3 levels. And that's, you know, that's on people that you probably don't even know, to be honest. You get to know them through this business, which is one thing I really love about it is just meeting new people. But initially, you don't know these people. You know, your team's working, and and you're getting paid on these new people. So let's take that down 7 levels. If only goal was to go silver, 7 levels down, when you play the math out, you would end up having 4,893 points on your total team. So let's do that times $3. Guys, $14,000 a month just in paid points. This isn't including, you know, the commissions you get paid. This isn't including the 5% you get paid on your level 1s. This isn't including any of your preferred customer bonuses. So I just want you guys to get the vision for how this business works and why it works and why the opportunity is just unmatched. So hopefully that's very inspiring, very encouraging to you guys. Okay, so having said that, having just gone through the power of 3, I want you guys to dream big. You know, when you watch these diamond documentaries, I watched the one that came out of, I think it was last week. It's the first diamond ambassador in Canada. And her husband was saying, you know, he was saying, you know, I think I knew pretty early on that this was something, that, you know, we had found something. He said, and then, you know, after we'd been involved for a little bit, I realized I needed to dream bigger. I wasn't dreaming big enough. And that's a common thing that you'll hear. And sometimes it's hard. It's hard to, you know, to dream big and to think of what is actually possible in this business. And you'll hear a lot of people who are telling their story, you know, jewels or diamonds, and they'll just say, like, you know, I can't believe that this is happening. You know, I never thought that this would happen to me, or but I mean, it does. It does happen, and it can happen. And I just want you guys to, yeah, to dream big and write those dreams down, and you know, make smaller goals to make that big dream a reality. I just firmly believe that it's possible. And you know, to be honest, I never thought I would be Senior Ruby. I'm still just totally floored and feel just so blessed, and just see how the Lord has provided for me, and just blessed me in so many different ways throughout this journey. And not just financially, you know, but meeting friends, and just seeing all the incredible stories of people's health and people's finances. And anyway, so yeah, I just want you guys to dream big, and just know that big things are possible with this company and with this business. So with that, if you guys have any questions, if you guys, oh, I did want to tell you really quickly. So on my team page, a couple days ago, I opened up a brand new thing for me. I haven't done this before, but I'm really excited about it. I am opening up spots to do one-on-one coaching calls. So basically, this will be like maybe a 20-minute phone call between you and I, where I will ask you some questions about your business and just kind of help you where you're at and help you to get to the next level, talk about goals and stuff like that. So because like I said, my passion is seeing you all be successful with this business, and I want to do whatever I can to help make that happen. So just know that I'm always available for you. If you have questions or need any help or anything like that. But yeah, if any of you guys are interested in doing that one-on-one coaching, I'd love to help you guys out with that. So that is on my team page. My team page is Think Pink. And if you do, it's not too far down, so kind of scroll a little bit down and find the post. And if none of those times work for you, let me know. Make a comment there, and I can be flexible. And we can try to find something that works for both of us. So just wanted to plug that real quickly. If any of you guys have any questions for me, you can write them out on chat, or you can unmute yourself and just ask right now. So I'll hang out here for another few minutes just to see. Okay, and I'm just checking chat right now. Sandra asked way long ago, for all the states without numbers, does that mean there are no jewels there yet? Yes, that's what that means. And that, again, that little chart wasn't super up to date, but even if that state is blank, so maybe it has a couple jewels now, but it's still is not very many. So yeah, pretty crazy. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet for a minute and just see if anyone has any questions or anything. Okay, going once, going twice. Sandra says, don't be shy. Don't be shy, guys. All right, guys. Well, I'm very happy that you all were here. I really do hope that this was helpful for you. Again, you can always reach out to me on Facebook if you need anything, or if I can help you guys with anything. So I really do believe that all of you can be successful, and I'm just very excited to have all of you on our team. So with that, I hope you guys all have a great night, and hopefully we will talk again soon. Bye, guys.